Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Ellie and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Ellie's ability to understand and respond to her formal on-leash obedience commands. The little tiny corrections and lots of motivation that we give the dogs when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves his left hand free to give any little correction that's needed, and the only correction that we give is a little tug and release on the training collar, and that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. You're going to be introduced to your training equipment when you pick her up and taught how to use it properly. Now she is sitting very nicely at Rich's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done, and the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper leash walking, and the command is Ellie, heel. Ellie, heel. Now at this point, Ellie has a job to do, and that is to maintain pace with Rich when they're walking. Not forging ahead or lagging behind, but staying right next to Rich's left leg so that she knows if he slows down, she should slow down. If he speeds up, she should speed up. And when he stops, she should sit automatically without being told. If she doesn't sit, which happens sometimes, you say no sit and give that little tiny correction that we were talking about. And she's doing a great job. She's focused, she's looking up at Rich. You can praise her as you're heeling with her, letting her know that you appreciate her hard work. If Rich turned, she waited and turned with him. She's got a lot going for her. Her anxiety is her biggest problem. Now the next command that Rich is going to demonstrate is the sit-stay. Stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, it is a one-word command. The long sit-stay, when you're practicing at home, you can practice indoors as well as outdoors, and your homework will be to lengthen out the time and the distance. When Rich returns back to her, he walks all the way around her, and this is hard for her. She allows you to get behind her and return all the way back to heel position. She gets a lot of praise for a good job, and they take off heeling again. We've really fallen in love with her. She's a sweet girl. I hope that you can see her because she's in the shade, but the shade is our lifeline in the summertime when we're training dogs outside. And Rich is trying to do some of the commands in the sun without tiring her out. He's going to leave her in another sit-stay. He's going to walk out and face her. And he's going to demonstrate the recall, or the come on command. Ellie, come. And he praises her in, and she comes in and sits. No jumping all over you. To get praised, you have to be sitting. And that eliminates a lot of a dog's need to jump on you for attention. So she knows to come and sit. So he'll demonstrate that come command again for you. Stay. And you notice her automatic sits are beautiful. When the sun goes in, it's even better because now I can see her. Calls her in. If she doesn't sit, he's not going to praise her until she's sitting. Now the next commands that we're going to be demonstrating for you are your down commands. These are harder commands to teach. And once they get the hang of it, they usually do it very well. So this is the down from a heel position. So with her seated at your left, it's left open palm, straight down toward the ground, and the one-word command to down and stay. Sometimes she needs a reminder. She'll pop up. So if you have to say stay 2 or 3 times to remind her to stay, you can. And you can practice inside with this command as well. And lengthen out the amount of time that she can hold it. Rich praises her for a good job. And they take off with that heel again. And he will demonstrate that down from a heel position for you again. Right there is perfect, Rich. We can see her. She's very smart. She'll even start to anticipate the commands, and because she knows what's coming next. So once you're familiar with the commands, you can start changing it up, so it doesn't look the same to her every time, and she has to actually listen and pay attention. And the very last command that we're going to demonstrate for you is the down from a distance. So you're going to have her sit, stay. You're going to turn to face her. She's going to do it without being asked. We're going to use our right hand to give the command. This is the only time that we use the right hand. And you're going to lengthen out your time and your distance on this command as well. Now we have demonstrated for you some of Ellie's formal on-leash obedience commands. I'm sure you can see a huge difference in her, as can we. We'll chat about that when you come to pick her up, and we have enjoyed having her. She's been a bit of a challenge, but she's really done an exciting transformation. We will see you soon, and thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.